Hi, I'm Tony Crumless. These Foolish Things, a song from 1936. I'll sing it, then I'll tell you a bit more about it and go through all the chords. There's a couple of interesting things there. A cigarette that bears the lipstick's traces, an airline ticket to romantic places, and still my heart has wings. These foolish things remind me of you. A tinkling piano in the next apartment, those stumbling words that told you what my heart meant, a fairground's painted swings. These foolish things remind me of you. You came, you saw, you conquered me. When you did that to me, I somehow knew this had to be the winds of March that makes my heart a dancer, a telephone that rings but who's to answer, or how the ghost of you clings. These foolish things remind me of you. Well, this is a song by Eric Mashfitz, who was the head of BBC Variety, and he also edited the Radio Times. He wrote under the pseudonym of Holt Marvell. He said that he wrote the song during the course of a Sunday morning in his flat in London between sips of coffee and vodka. His actress wife, Hermione Gingold, claimed that she was the muse, but it's far more likely that it was the British actress and singer Jean Ross, with whom he'd had a youthful fling. He then dictated the lyrics over the phone to Jack Strachey, who set it to music. It wasn't a success at first, but then the very popular West Indian cabaret singer Leslie Hutchinson, known as Hutch, accidentally discovered it on top of a piano in Mashfitz's office. He liked it, recorded it in 1936, and it became a big hit. And it's since been recorded by musicians from all over the world: Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, Ella Fitzgerald, Byron Ferris, and many others. The song is written in the key of C, and it uses a very well-worn sequence of chords, 1, 6, 2, 5, which I've mentioned many, many times. Thousands upon thousands of songs use this pattern, either in part or in whole. Everything from Blue Moon, written in 1931 by Roger Snart, to Ed Sheeran's Perfect in 1917. It's a C chord, chord number 1 in C, A minor, chord number 6 in C, D minor, chord number 2 in the key of C, and then G7. So you get that sequence: 1, 6, 2, 5. And that's the introduction. And then it goes from a C chord until my C7 heart to an F chord, wings, A7, these foolish again, D7, remind me of you. Again, quite a common sequence of chords. And just to make it more interesting, go down to a C sharp in the 7th and back to a G7. Next verse is the same, just exactly the same, but it ends with a B7 chord because we're going to change key to E minor. So now there's two ways of playing a B7. I play it here mostly with a bar up fret 2. But there's another way of playing it. I'm going to show you an E minor chord here, because that's the next one, you came. And now B7 you can play here just by moving that shape across. And that's B7 just as well as the other one. You came, you saw, you conquered me, the G chord. Now change to an E minor chord simply by putting a little finger there. You did that to me, D7. I somehow G, again down to the C sharp diminished 7th, knew, and again a D7 had to be. That move from the G chord to the E minor is very handy. If you can't manage that because the little finger isn't strong enough, then you simply have to change fingering and do that. The last verse is exactly the same. Well, I hope you enjoyed that and found it useful. The chord sequence is well worth knowing, and the song is a lovely song. It's always been one of my favourites. Anyway, whatever you do and however you do it, have fun.